Hello everyone and welcome back to Ringside Recap. I'm your host Jay's Game Spot and I'm alongside with my two other co-hosts if you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Ishan Singh.
Oh, hi guys, my name is Amit.
And yeah, we
So,
are doing the Raw and Smackdown review, so let's get into it.
Okay, so we kicked off Raw basically with Gunther coming into the ring, right? There's a king of the ring, sort of. He doesn't wear the crown, but then, yeah, he's the king of the ring. He got introduced amazingly by Ludwig Kaiser. And then we had this whole segment with the three guys, Drew, Gunther, and our beloved uh,
Yeah,
Damien.
amazing segment to be honest.
Yeah,
Like the chemistry between all of them is just so
it was
good.
like,
Like
everyone was coming for the title. Like it was represented in that way. Braun
yeah,
Strowman was also there. Gunther was also there. Drew McIntyre is gonna be there. So it was a great segment. Honestly, it was just setting up their match. And the thing is, the one problem, in this segment was personally for me was, I was not able to figure out who is heel and who is face because everyone was looking like they are heel except Braun Strowman. And
oh yeah, I forgot about
yeah,
Braun Strowman in the segment.
yeah, yeah. So Drew McIntyre one, basically Drew McIntyre and Damien Priest one was one of the best segments in this whole
Yeah,
segment I'm talking about. Gunther
yeah,
one was like okay, but I am excited for Drew and Damien Priest because again we all know that CM Punk is gonna interfere once again, and
yeah,
we are gonna see CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre SummerSlam. I think so. Drew McIntyre is gonna win around Royal Rumble or something like that. He's not gonna win on in Scotland. And people also one more thing was very exciting for me is that in Instagram people are saying that if Drew is not gonna win, we are gonna riot. So it's ECW reference.
yeah,
One
yeah,
night
yeah.
and one John Cena versus RVD.
Oh
That
yeah,
one
yeah, I
line, yeah.
remember
Yeah.
that
So
match.
that's
Yeah,
that's what they are planning. Scotland people are like, no, Drew needs to win this. It's going to be
yeah.
fun. It's going to be fun. I need to see that banner. If Drew doesn't win, we riot. That's going to be amazing.
Like
You know,
when Drew loses, the crowd reaction would be unreal because everyone likes him in Scotland, and I mean it's kind of obvious he's got. I mean it's not obvious, but I hope he wins, obviously. But I think with the story they're going with CM Punk and Drew, I think it makes sense for them to go
yeah.
down this path of CM Punk is in
See,
Drew McIntyre's head and distracts him, costs him the title. They go at it at SummerSlam, and then Drew. I don't know where he would win it because I think Gunther wins at SummerSlam, and then it's Gunther
I
versus
mean,
Drew
you could have it
McIntyre.
the other way as well. I mean, I'm not booking it. Yeah, that's one narrative. The other narrative is that Drew wins and the CM Punk versus Drew in SummerSlam. Even that works. So
Yeah, yeah, that
but,
it's
works.
just about whether you
see,
want Damien to carry the title for a longer period of time or not. And then his whole thing with this Judgment Day thing as well, right? So maybe he gets kicked out of judge. Maybe in Scotland, like Judgment Day get rid of Damien and then he loses, right? I mean, I don't think it's that obvious that Drew loses.
you know, according to me, I think so. Gunther is gonna challenge Cody Rhodes title, the WWE undisputed title. He's going to
Oh,
challenge for that.
Gunther only
Uh,
can challenge
It's a
whoever's the world
WWE.
heavyweight
I mean,
champion.
The Raw champion, right?
Yeah,
Okay, it's like that. I thought that they can, it's like Royal Rumble. I'm gonna choose you or something like that. If
nah,
it's
like
like this,
it makes
then
sense for them to do that, but I don't know
yeah,
whether it's
I
going
mean,
down
that's
this
why I think
path.
they
it,
had the one winner from Raw and one other winner from SmackDown. So maybe
see
such
my
that I don't know.
point for this is that first of all, they have like uh, for Cody Rhodes, especially, they don't have like that great opponent. The Rock, if he finishes all of his stuff, from Hollywood, then they can go in that way. But not for now. I don't think if Rock is going to come, then there's no better opponent for Cody Rhodes. Maybe Solo Sikoa. I don't know who.
Oh yeah, Solo Sikoa. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind that.
So mainly it's for me. If that were if
No, I
I
mean,
was and I was thinking
sorry,
right now.
sorry to stop you. I mean,
Yeah.
just to go on, not go on a tangent, right? So just on this segment alone, so I think we had obviously the promo initially, and then we had Braun Strowman coming in, and obviously him getting pissed off with JD. So, I mean, what do you think happens with Damien, right? In do you think what's his thing with Judgment Day? Is he gonna like? I mean, that's what Drew keeps saying, right? Like how he said to Seth Rollins, okay, you're having too many things you're looking at, you might lose focus. So do you guys predict like a Damien Priest getting out of
See,
Judgment Day thing happening?
Yeah.
for me,
It seems like it. Damien versus Demon Finn Balor
Yeah,
is should be the way that they should go.
yeah, agree. Yeah,
SummerSlam maybe, but they're gonna have to actually think about how they book it because Damien probably will be champion leading into SummerSlam. Some people might find that okay, some people might find that a bit upsetting, but I think it's Damien's been a okay champion at best.
yeah, agreed. It's not been such a
So
yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't mind either way to be honest, as long as Drew McIntyre wins the title and doesn't get screwed again, and yeah.
for me, basically now the storyline is going like Judgment Day is like doing all that crappy stuff and Damien is clearing up all those things. He's not focusing on the world heavyweight title that much. He's clearing up all the mess that Judgment Day is creating.
Yeah.
So for me, I think so. The according to me, Damien is gonna lose. I think so. In any pay-per-view, he's going to lose his title, and that's going to happen because of Judgment. And then it's going to turn. Or the second way, like you told, like Finn Balor versus Damien Priest. I don't
Yeah.
know which paper because if you are saying that Gunther can only choose opponent from Raw, so
There's a
then
Bash
it's
in
that's
Berlin
a
as well,
different
isn't
story.
it? Before SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
No,
Basham
Dax and
Berlin.
Berlin,
No,
I think
Basham
so is
Berlin's
after.
after
Yeah,
SummerSlam.
yeah, after SummerSlam. And SummerSlam is
So, so,
also,
um, sorry to
yeah,
interrupt, but my like book, how I would book it is Gunther wins, then faces Ilya Dragunov at Bash in Berlin, and then have
yeah,
them build up.
that's true.
Drew wins, and then build up to CM Punk, and then Seth comes back at the Royal Rumble maybe, and then wins that, and then we get that triple threat that makes complete sense at WrestleMania. Yeah, so that's my kind of, thinking of
Yeah.
this
For
story and
me,
how it will go.
For me, it's like I think so. Gunther is going to win on SummerSlam pay-per-view, and then after that, Damien versus Finn is going to carry on for a few months, and then it's going to happen on Royal Rumble that match. And I think so. After that, Gunther is going to lose his title once again, and we can see a triple threat match. It's like long booking terms, but I don't know, man. Also, one more thing from the picture is that Braun Strowman, they are showing him powerful man this time. Like
Mm.
last time, he was like tag team. He was in the tag team division. Now he's looking like the monster among the men.
Yeah, I
That
Yeah,
mean
looking
his
maybe
like a
gimmick.
monster.
Yeah,
That
maybe there's a connection with the new faction, right? Uncle Howdy, he has links with
yeah.
Wyatt. I don't know. I mean,
Tell-
his his his. I mean, this thing with JD, what he's doing, I don't know where this ends to because I don't know what's the next thing for Braun now. Whether he
Braun,
continues this feud with Judgment Day or whether he goes into some other thing. But yeah, I mean, he has a
for
limited move set as well, right? I'm not sure. I'm not a huge fan of Braun Strowman, but yeah, like you said, he's just very shown powerful and like this big monster. That's it.
See, I love Braun Strowman. Only the thing is that when he faces someone like smaller than him or someone stronger than him, he portrays that match as like great one. I can't you can't blame Braun for everything basically because the thing is that his booking has been really bad. Honestly, when you think about it, he won a WrestleMania main event. We won that at that time when all lockdown period was there, and also many things were happening that time. First of all, the Roman match was cancelled, and that's why Braun replaced him. It was his reign was little bit of at wrong point of time and all that stuff. So I can't blame Braun. Basically, he has been doing a great work. Him versus Roman Reigns, that feud, ambulance match, and all that stuff was amazing. And when it comes to fighting against small guys, Braun Strowman does it perfectly. I love Braun, but the thing is that his booking has been little bit of laggish and weird. Yeah, so but still, I want him to be the part of that faction. Uncle, how do you?
Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens with Braun. I think moving on to the next, I think match.
Oh,
We have this probably potential triple threat, right? Where Ilya and Ricochet had a wonderful match as part of the King of the Ring tournament, and they had this
yeah.
rematch, and then obviously they are selling this whole Braun Breaker spear
Oh
stuff,
man,
right?
Bro,
man.
the
And
Braun
that
Breaker
guy is mad.
spear is probably the best spear, apart from Rhino's, because I would say Rhino's better. But like like today, his spear is actually pretty good. When he speared Ricochet and Ilya Dragunov, I was like, he killed him basically. But like
Graves the dude.
he needs a championship like this year because he actually deserves it. His heel work has been so good. He just
Man,
needs something, Like he can't just keep having these segments just spearing people and that's it. He needs a challenge for Sammy. Maybe Sammy versus Braun is a good rivalry, but yeah,
yeah.
hopefully they're booking
Uh,
good.
I was gonna say that only, but that Intercontinental Championship match. But the thing is that Braun Breaker, when I loved how he became like from face to heel. He was not directly portrayed as a heel. So, all these circumstances that he was removed from the King of the Ring tournament and all that, that led up to all that stuff. So, I love this gimmick and all that stuff from Braun Breaker. And when his speed, basically, his speed is so, like, he's so fast between the rings. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he reminds me somewhere of Brock Lesnar when he debuted. Like he made his debut. He was soon. He was like almost. He was portrayed as same as Braun Breaker, right? So I think so. Yeah, and he breaks like the dude apart. He breaks the dude in two pieces. Ricochet and I think so. Ricochet's cell was also amazing. So yeah, I'm happy with Braun Breaker.
I mean, these three are potentially going to have a match in the next
Yeah,
PLE,
triple.
right? So, again, I don't know if we. I mean, this is again a very difficult thing to call because they're pushing Braun. Probably Braun wins, but I wouldn't mind if Ilya won, for example, and then that made another feud. But
yeah,
this is super interesting, right? And then Ricochet saving Ilya in the previous week, and it's a nice storytelling, right? This is another thing in Triple H era. You have all of these different guys getting linked between stories. It's not just one guy feuding with another guy. There's so many
Yeah,
sort of layers in feuds, which is always fun to have, I guess.
hey, Triple H setups everything. That Braun Breaker, I, I am a huge fan of Triple H and the way he is, making, the new talent also great. Ilya Dragunov and Braun Breaker. I totally agree with, Amit, that he gives every story equal importance. That's very important. And
yeah.
Adam Pierce, Adam Pierce, when that was funny, it was like when he was in the backstage, he was like, "I'm gonna have some few drinks right now after all this stuff." So yeah, Adam Pierce also, man,
He's
he
doing well
does
in
his
this,
job.
right? Adam Pearce
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
this sort of.
I love this angry manager type of thing. It reminds me of that Kurt Angle one on his wheelchair. That was funny.
Cool. So I think, yeah, let's see what happens in Raw for these guys, whether they have a PLE match, probably a triple threat, and see if that gets confirmed. Then we had the Creeds versus AOP. I think this is again pushing AOP and see if they're going to win
Finally,
the tag teams,
testing.
right? So I
Yeah.
like the team AOP, and I think they also now have some direction, I suppose, for Karrion Cross. He's trying to do something with Kofi Kingston and it's a slow build up. Always an amazing match when the Creeds are there. I think the Julius is
Yeah.
like an amazing wrestler, right? Uh, so I don't know what did you guys think of this match, and what do you think of the tag team champions, I suppose, and how they're getting booked in Raw?
So like, this match was pretty good. Obviously, the Creed brothers got called up a few months ago, and their matches have been good. They need to be next in line for the tag team championships,
Agreed.
but I think AOP are getting booked for like the next tag team champions.
Yeah,
To be honest, I wouldn't mind that.
yeah,
They
same here.
are good in the ring, but they just need some improvement because some moves look very botched,
Yeah,
in my
Yeah,
opinion, at least.
I agree with you.
But yeah. So
yeah. I mean, the AOP is potentially winning the championship here. That's what I think as well.
Mm. Yeah, but I think so. The final testament, they need importance. The final testament
Yeah,
needs
needs to
very
be
much
pushed.
importance right now.
Needs to be pushed. Otherwise,
It needs to
it's
be
the
pushed
downfall. I
because
mean,
you know,
sorry, go on.
their name is Final Testament.
Yeah,
Final
it's
Testament, man.
final.
How can you ignore them? They
Yeah,
are watching the moves. Karrion Cross is making, I think so, racist jokes, but they needed the titles.
yeah, agree.
yeah.
If this doesn't work out, then I think carrying toss is done. I think this has to something has
Yeah,
to
man.
happen as
Man,
far as
man,
this goes.
literally, I need to, just process it when the joke came. I was like, man, they are gonna make Karrion Cross do this all that joking stuff. I think so. After it was enough. Karrion Cross, man, it doesn't suit him, man. It doesn't suit him. I'm very sad with that with Karrion Cross.
Yeah, let's see what happens. So I think so. After this, we had obviously Ludwig and
Famous.
Sheamus sort of fight, I guess, right? Brawl in the back.
Yeah.
So as we know, Ludwig has just been speaking crap over the last few weeks after Gunther beat Sheamus. So this, I think, sets up a match for Clash at the Castle, right? And Sheamus
Oh,
wins, I
yeah,
think.
yeah. That would be an awesome match, to be honest. But I don't think it would be booked. But I'm praying that it actually gets booked because Ludwig Kaiser is so good in the ring. He deserves a championship,
Yeah,
in my
agreed.
opinion.
Yeah,
Like, you know, I
underrated.
think he was the best out of Imperium. No disrespect to Giovanni Vinci in that tag team, at least. Obviously
Yeah,
not the full group, because
yeah.
Gunther's,
Gunther's the
the
best.
best. And
Yeah,
but I feel bad for Giovanni Vinci as well because he's not doing anything. He's not getting booked. Maybe it's just a waiting game. Maybe we
Yeah,
just have to wait
yeah,
until some story comes up.
yeah, I think so. He's going to interfere in Sheamus versus Ludwig match.
Yeah.
I think so. It's going to happen most probably.
I,
Famous. The thing is that first of all, I want to say that what the crowd. I want to criticize the crowd on this thing. Are you on sleeping pills or something like that? Because it feels like that, man. Sheamus comes, no reaction. Literally no reaction. It was like, oh, 2 to 3 people are reacting. Like that was like it's 10,000 people are there in that stadium, and then you are just giving no reaction. How is it that possible, man? Like, I don't get. And when it comes to like international events, people are singing the theme songs, and here they are not even reacting to it. I'm just disappointed with Raw's crowd, basically. It was like they are on sleeping pills, honestly.
I don't
But
know which
still,
city this was, but
I'm excited for this. Yeah, yeah, continue.
no, I was just going to say that I don't know which city this is, but I think you have a thing for crowds. Sort of, well, it's a good shout actually. I mean, yeah, you have mixed reactions sometimes within Raw in some of the cities, Raw and SmackDown.
I mean, it is a long show, so
Yeah,
I don't think the crowd would be very excited for all of the show. At
yeah.
least
Still,
I wouldn't.
They get it more often, right? I think if it flies outside, I think it's more of a rare event, so you get only hardcore folks probably. But then these US towns probably get the shows more often.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
And it's a
like,
slow burn, right? I think PLE does much more riding on a main event or a feud ending potentially, and you have all of these. I mean, most of these are slow burners. I mean, it's not. Like it's not always the best Raw and the SmackDown, right? So
They
I
are,
would give them a pass.
they are, like spoiled kids, basically.
Yeah, exactly,
US,
exactly.
they don't have international shows, so they are not excited about. Yay! I don't care.
Yeah.
Like they all that. So, yeah,
So we
let's
have
just
we
move on.
have the next match with Lyrie. I'm saying Kyrie and Lyra Valkyria. So a very short match. I'm loving Lyra's run so far, right? I think I love her music. I love her
Yeah,
entrance. I love everything about her. I wish there was more done with Kyrie Sane. To be fair, I think she's not the damage control thing after WrestleMania has been let down
no,
a little bit.
before WrestleMania also it was not
No, I mean
honest.
before WrestleMania, to be fair, it was good because I mean that's what set up the WrestleMania match for
Yeah,
Bailey. So I wouldn't put that down so much. But I think after that, they've just had a lot of losses, I guess, right? And then
Yeah, yeah.
Asuka not being there also has not helped,
yeah.
and they lost the
Mhm.
championships as well. So it's been a
And
downtrend for
you
them.
you guys like I'm gonna say something in Japanese and people are gonna treat me like she's serious.
Yeah, I
So
think
that's
that, to be fair, I think after this they had a huge bust up in the back, right? I think Io became super like crazy
yeah,
in the room, and then she's
yeah.
like
And,
throwing everything.
the table, man, I feel bad for the table.
She just caught
The
the
table
table.
was made of just cardboard. You can't even keep bottles on that.
Yeah,
That table was like, I'm gonna
oh, man.
just punch, and it's gonna break it.
Yeah.
I don't know where they get those tables, but it honestly, it's like small girl is showing drama. It's like Yoska is doing like that. She's doing, she's playing like that part right now for
Yeah,
me.
maybe I don't know, Jay, whether you think EO is going to become, I don't know, whether they're going to break up. I feel like damage control is almost going to break up now, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're definitely gonna break up. EOS maybe get drafted, like Giovanni Vinci to different
Yeah,
brands.
yeah, yeah,
Kairi Sane in NXT, if she went back there, I would not mind that at all. To
Yeah,
be
yeah,
honest,
she's not ready for the main roster.
yeah. So like, obviously they're gonna break up at some point, but I feel like this story will have a breakup as an ending, in my
yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, I think it's enough of damage control because Dakota Kai keeps saying, okay, we control Raw, we control SmackDown. They don't control anything, right?
They come here, they
Yeah,
speak something in Japanese, and they get their asses kicked. That's
yeah.
all. That's what they are
That's what's
controlling.
happening. Correct. Uh, cool. So moving on, I think we had. I don't know if this was the first match for Carlito after, like, proper match after he's come back. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
The main highlight about this match was this happened 22 or 21 years ago on SmackDown. Like
oh
it's
yeah.
not happened since 20 years, so that's a long time back. And first of all, I want to say that Carlito, when the match was like on the starting point, it was like he was little bit slow, laggish, but after that he picked up the pace. He's a great wrestler, and Rey Mysterio is Rey Mysterio. We know he's going to
This
give
can be a
back this.
bad match for sure,
Yeah,
right? They can't have a
yeah, it
bad
was a great
match.
match. Yeah,
It's just,
Yeah.
I think, this whole LW thing with Carlito and Judgment Day. Maybe that again, it feels a little empty, right? I'm not so invested in this
yeah.
feud. Uh,
Honestly, after that WrestleMania, all that stuff, Santos Escobar and all that. After that, I don't know, man, but I'm not interested in LW. I'm not interested in that Legado de Falco, that
Del
I don't know
Fantasma,
their
yeah.
name. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. This Carlito story is like what our truth did. I think,
Yeah,
they looked at the story, oh, everyone liked it, so let's do it
let's do
again.
it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
agree.
I
it's
mean,
not working.
yeah, yeah. I think let's give it a couple more shows, maybe like 1 to 2 months, and see if it's, still like entertaining because, Triple H long
I
term
think
booking, so let's see how it develops. Carlito turning on Judgment Day or something like that. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up here, but
Because looks like Finn, right? Finn
yeah, yeah. It's
helped
finished.
him out, right? I think because Damien is like, we don't want to. go into your business. Carlito is like, but
Yeah.
Finn is like, okay, I'll help you out, Carlito, and then they get screwed. So that's where
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
that might
Damien.
lead up to Damien and Finn in a match.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, we had
But
the
that
segment where
was
he kicked everybody's ass as well. So in a way, I think we needed this for Damien because he's been a weak champ. I wouldn't say weak champion, but he's not been that great of a reign, if you ask me.
man, only once he has defended
Yeah,
he judgment. But yeah, honestly, the thing is that for this, Damien Priest one, like I said, that he's cleaning up all the shit that Judgment Day is doing. He is, handling Judgment Day right. And Judgment Day is doing all that pop stuff. JD is getting his ass kicked. And Finn, man, they are showing Finn so weak. I
yeah, I
don't
hate
want
that.
that.
Yeah, I hate that.
I that
Yeah,
man,
by the way,
man. That
that reminds me. So Finn being from the UK, Clash of the Castle will be a very nice place for him to turn sort of on Damien as well
Yeah,
and sort
yeah,
of
yeah.
help
yeah,
out his fellow UK men, right?
but it's not going to happen because I think so. They are going to set up CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre because it clearly makes sense. Scotland people are going to support Drew. CM Punk is going to come, again. GTS in his face. 1, 2, 3 demon face.
I mean,
That's going to
whenever
happen.
CM Punk comes in, right, I just hope he stays injury free because,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, because when he wins the championship eventually, because he is very injury prone, so I hope this is his last injury, like major injury at least.
yeah,
Yeah,
Because, if
I
he gets injured again, 5 months out, 6 months, like what's the point of bringing him back if he's just gonna get injured?
yeah.
So I saw him workout videos and all that, so I hope that will stop him from getting injured as much as he does. So yeah, hopefully.
Let's see. So I think moving on from this, right? So we had, I think, one of the sort of good
weakest
things
matches.
happening. No, I mean, I wouldn't say weakest matches. I think, in my opinion, I think this is one of the good things which is happening in Raw, right?
Yeah,
I love,
story, right?
yeah, in terms of the match as such, Bronson Reed versus Otis, it was there's one spot where they had a cross body kind of splash onto, I think, Otis.
Yeah,
Otis
big
splashed
meets.
Bronson, or Bronson splashed Otis. I don't know, but that was a good spot. I felt like I think Otis did the splash, if I'm not wrong. But that they are like, yeah, meat on meat, right? So that's what this match was. But overall, in terms of this Alpha Academy thing, can't wait for Otis to kick Chad's ass later sometime, right?
Yeah,
Man, I love Parag Gable. He is literally Kurt Angle in 2004 version. Like he's being a complete dick, and he is doing that gimmick. I am going to control you and all sort of that, and he just roast them. That's fun. That's fun to watch. Definitely, I love that, and I think so. Uh, I am waiting for a match between Sami Zayn and Chad Gable, where Otis is going to turn and is going to cost them the match. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that match.
We had, I mean, we had this whole segment where he was trying to punish Otis, and then Sammy coming in as well
Yeah,
for sort of saving the team, I guess. So
yeah. It reminds me of when The Rock with Cody Rhodes performed.
Mama Rhodes.
Yeah,
That, that was cinema. That's cinema, man. Mama Rhodes was cinema. But this, honestly, the thing is that the attention to detail, like the Otis is protecting Chad Gable, but he's not hurting Sami Zayn too.
yeah,
That what Otis is not being harmful on both sides, but he's going to be harmful to Chad Gable in some way and at some point of time. So yeah, that's what
is he
I'm excited
defending?
to
I
see.
don't think there's another match, isn't it? Between Chad and Sammy, there's no other match again, right? Nothing is scheduled
It's
as of
going
now.
to happen, but not at the
yeah,
class
yeah,
we
yeah.
can see.
But
I think so.
not
Money in the Bank.
at the castle. I don't think because Gable can't afford another loss, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
like okay, this is my opinion, but I think they will, keep building this
Till
feud
SummerSlam.
until Money in the Bank, where
Yeah,
Chad Gable
Money.
wins in front of Sammy's home crowd. I think that makes more sense than winning it at, Clash at the Castle, SummerSlam, Bash in Berlin, or I think him winning it at Money in the Bank makes more sense than anything else.
Also, also we can get Chad Gable at and Chad Gable versus Otis at SummerSlam.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, one more thing, you guys got to know that SummerSlam is going to be 2 days show this time. It's going to be like WrestleMania,
Not this
night one,
time.
night two
It's not
SummerSlam.
this SummerSlam, right? It's the next
This
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, this
No,
SummerSlam.
2026.
It's
I think
2026.
so. When I got to know that it's this SummerSlam, it's going to be night one.
No, I think it's 2026 Minnesota, right? That's what Triple H is on.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
nonetheless, right? So in any case, we need to see Chad and Otis have a match. That's for sure. And then Otis hopefully wins and this feud kind of ends because I like the Alpha Academy, right? Like it's been a feel good group so far, and them breaking up is kind of a nice segment in Raw. I feel like. Then I think we move on after this to the main event, Becky versus Liv. Yeah, I mean, we kind of predicted that Liv is not going to lose, right? So,
Mm.
and the way this match went through and ended with kind of Dom costing her again, uh, was also sort of predicted. But yeah, the ending wasn't predicted, where Liv gives Dom a kiss. I mean, are they together in this? Is what's happening, right? That's the interesting thing moving forward with this. So was this all pre-planned? Is Dom shifted allegiance now away from Rhea? What's happening?
Maybe,
So
maybe.
yeah. So that's the interesting part in
Yeah.
this one.
Because during that backstage, segments, where Liv Morgan was going, in that same room, Dominic was also there.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
suspicious.
yeah.
And also, as a Becky Lynch hater, personal hater, I would like to say that Becky Lynch like performed in this match. So yeah, I love Becky Lynch in this match. She did a great job. First, I don't know how many times she has done that, but I don't like Becky Lynch at all. So yeah, she doing a great job. I think so. Amit would be happy to hear this.
No, I mean it's not like I'm happy or sad. It's just that she just gives it all. I just can't hate anybody who kind of gives
Yeah,
their
like
all.
like every
Good.
week
Yeah, she
has
just comes in every
matches.
week.
No,
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. That's
So to be fair, I don't think she's going to come into Raw, right? We have this whole contract situation with her as well. So we don't
yeah,
know whether
yeah.
she's going to come back or not.
Apparently she's a free agent,
Yeah.
so
everyone
So
is going to leave WWE at this point, I think so, because everyone is like their contracts are on the end. I don't know. Like, Becky Lynch is going to renew the contract, of course, we know.
yeah, probably already renewed, but like
just after a
WWE,
while,
like
probably, right? Just take a break and then come
yeah,
back
Yeah,
later.
no,
teasing their superstars leaving. Like if you remember Drew McIntyre,
yeah,
uh, back
man,
last Money in the Bank, he everyone thought that he was leaving, going to AEW, TNA,
yeah,
but he returned. So I think Becky Lynch will spend a few months with her family and then come back with Seth Rollins, and then
yeah.
so
Yeah, maybe
hopefully
Seth
they're
and Becky form a faction and then she does something unique. I don't know.
maybe.
Because
I
I
mean, I
think,
wouldn't
like,
mind that.
yeah, I mean, we were speaking earlier, right? That she doesn't have anything else to do, I guess, right? It's almost like even Charlotte Flair, when she comes back, it's like every time she comes back, she just gets a championship. Same
Yeah,
happens with Becky as well, right? So maybe
His
it's time they did something else, which is outside the championship, right?
his
Something
daddy's
like,
little princess.
yeah,
But
it's just
yeah.
something like that, right? Which is unique, and they're still in the, maybe they're not featured that much, but they're doing something which is still,
Oh my, oh, it's like, oh my dad, he was like, he got 16 championships. I also need 13 of them. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like that one.
uh, yeah, I mean, the ending of the match again had this whole Braun and this coming in, and as we spoke, we had like Dom. We have to see.
what a cute photo.
This was, man, the thing is that when you go to WWE's Instagram post, the hate that Dom got on this, in the comments. it was amazing, man. People are saying that it should have been me that does Ziggler me. That was fun, man. That
Yeah, I
was
mean,
fun. Honestly,
on Liv Morgan, right? I think I have this obviously leads to she and Rhea, right? Being in a
yeah,
match.
yeah,
We
of
don't know.
course.
I don't know if you guys know when Rhea's back, but it's
Uh,
nice that
After her
SummerSlam, after
marriage,
SummerSlam,
yeah,
I
yeah,
predict.
yes, yes, yes.
uh,
Also, the thing is that and also Dominic posted, yeah, on Twitter, that after his segment that we fucked up, he
yeah, I
posted
mean,
Yeah.
that.
yeah. Again, I mean, I don't know why everything around Judgment Day seems to be imploding, but I want that Judgment Day faction to break up and transform into something new because it's getting a little like
Yeah,
there's too
too
many
much.
parts and they need to close out all the parts and then get a push again, like probably with Finn,
Yeah,
hopefully, right? Uh, Actually, now
but
that I think about it, even if Damien wins, he can have a potential feud with, like, I mean, what, what I was thinking was
Braun
that
Strowman,
no. What I was thinking is Damien, if he wins and CM Punk kind of costs him, uh, leading up to SummerSlam, Damien that storyline can continue. Like Damien and Finn becomes the main event for SummerSlam, and then Drew versus CM Punk
CM
as
Punk.
well
Yeah,
gets
exactly.
booked. So it kind of helps both the participants if Damien wins, because if Damien loses, then again, there's multiple ways they can go about it, which is what I like about what's happening with the Triple H era, right? It's not so easy to predict, right? Like what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Also, one more thing, I'm loving this Dom and Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch, all that stuff, and really good. I think so. It's one of the leading and one of the best stories like going on right now.
Yeah, it's true.
It's fun, honestly. It's not personal. It's nothing like that. It's going to be fun. That's what. And I would love to see custody of Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan,
Yeah,
and
that'll
Dominic Mysterio loved
that'll be a
in
nice
a
match.
steel cage. Man, how can you miss this classic, man? That's amazing.
See,
That is like that's tribute to Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero.
yeah, I mean,
That's going to be amazing.
Dom is underrated, man. You know, no matter how much hate he
mm,
gets,
yeah,
he's super good in the ring, right? And he gets so
Yeah.
much of heel stuff. He has these cool mustaches and sort of he's just so awesome to watch. Um,
Bro is full since he was using PSP on SmackDown.
he's
He's
awesome.
cool from that time. He's underrated from that time.
So cool. I
But
think
still, yeah,
that's a wrap up on Raw, right? So I don't know if you guys had
yeah.
any final comments on Raw before we sort of move on to
Uh,
SmackDown's
Uh,
review.
Raw was pretty good overall. So
so,
yeah.
the pace, according to Raw's previous standards, like Mama Rhodes and CM Punk and all that stuff. After this, I think so. Raw, this was pretty average. So I mean, in the last couple of weeks and months, Raw has been pretty good, and this was average. And it was not bad. It was not good. It was not that good. It was good.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's then move on to SmackDown's review then. So SmackDown, yeah, we had the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax, my favorite wrestler now. She looks good in the crown. I think she just dressed up with her
Yeah,
hair
yeah,
with
yeah.
the crown, right?
Suits it. Definitely suits it.
Yeah.
Really wasn't my Queen of the Ring prediction, but I mean, Nia Jax has improved very much, and
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
definitely deserves it.
honestly, King of the Ring, sorry, Queen of the Ring, the tournament, she performed really well. I was not expecting
Yeah,
that great performance from her. And her, um, all that stuff, the calls and all the, she was not even doing any botches right now,
Yeah.
as she used to do before, in 2018, 2019 for her. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with
I mean, more
Nigel's
than
winning
botches,
the,
she's killing people. They annihilated
yeah,
on Lyra. I don't know whether that was a
yeah.
botched move because she really like was
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
squished her. Really.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that was a bit
honestly,
tough.
Naomi almost halfly died after that move.
You mean Lyra, right?
Yeah, sorry, Lauren.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, so after this, we had obviously her calling out Bailey, and then Bailey coming out. Again, we have this parallel thing happening with Piper
Hyper
Niven.
Newman. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, and this match is actually confirmed for Clash at the Castle.
right.
It's official. Piper
Okay.
Niven versus Bailey, and in my opinion, some people that I saw online obviously don't like Piper Niven because her character isn't displayed as a
Yeah.
worthy challenger in their opinion. But I think Piper is so good in the ring. Her character just needs a little adjusting, a bit maybe more. I don't know, to be honest, but this match is gonna be
It's
good.
better than
Hopefully.
Dewdrop, right? 100%. It's better than
Yeah,
Dewdrop for sure.
100% better than Dewdrop. I don't know what
What they're
Vince
trying to do there.
McMahon or whatever was thinking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Dewdrop.
I think
Oh,
they're just booking all the folks in the UK, isn't it? So I think
yeah,
that's why she's
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
side feud with. I don't see Piper winning that feud.
yeah. Piper
No
100%
way.
not winning this.
No way.
Yeah,
No.
If
she
she
can't
does,
carry.
It's
then I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. So
it's going downhill then.
Yeah,
cool. So I think so if that's matches book, that's good. So we can see hopefully Naya versus Bailey later after that match. Then after the segment, I think we had Champa versus Austin Theory.
Austin
yeah,
Theory. Yeah.
yeah.
And
Very
one question
unexpected
about
match because like I didn't expect this match to be on the card. I didn't really see it advertised, but very good match. Austin Theory is so good in the ring.
Yeah,
Obviously, Champa, he has some injury like problems, but overall very good wrestler.
yeah.
Some of the spots in this match is Champa's knee. I would not like to take that. Oh
Yeah,
my god, that is
he's,
unreal, man.
he's
Like
I mean, sorry to stop you, right? So what I was going to say is that we talk about Tama Tonga being intense, right? Talk about Champa, man. He's super intense guy, right? Like he's just like you said, that knee is brutal knee. Very true.
also just one more thing. Grayson Waller basically in this match. I don't know what he was doing basically. Austin Theory was screaming on him and all that stuff. I was like, what Grayson Waller is actually doing? And I think so. The Ciampa won the match. I don't remember this. Ciampa
yeah,
won,
yeah,
right?
and
Yeah, from roll up.
just to add something, the ending of the match
Yeah, yeah, and
kind of
that was due
hinted
because
towards
of
them
Grayson
Oh,
breaking
Waller.
up.
sorry.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I think Grayson said, "Oh, you're only relevant or popular because
Gives
we
me.
team together, basically." So I really want that Austin Theory turn because they even changed his music, which probably signifies that he is gonna be a babyface
Yeah,
and hopefully win
See,
more championships. He really deserves it.
yeah,
both these teams, honestly, both these teams deserve to break. Austin and Grayson is still doing great. DIY is not clicking. Honestly,
Yeah,
they are
DIY's music
great,
is
great solo competitors. They are not meant for tag team. And I think so. After this, if Triple H still continues, they are NXT people, man. Triple H know that how what's their potential, and he has seen them, man. Johnny Gargano's three stages of hell matches, man. Come on, that man is so great as a solo performer, and we have seen him in elimination chamber matches also. He has done a great job. Same with Tommaso Ciampa. And why the hell they are pairing up and DIY and I am good face stuff, man. Tommaso Ciampa is literally a great heel. He's not a
yeah,
face
yeah,
man. He's
that's
definitely
very
a great
true.
heel. And Johnny is a complete face. And they can turn up also these things. They are single competitors. Man. They are not full time.
I think that
Definitely.
I mean the way I mean they could do that, right? So it could be a work in progress in terms of initially split up Theory and Waller to create a feud, and then DIY wins the championship, and then they do the same thing. Because
I
I
think
think
so.
one thing with the
They
tag team
turn up.
championships are the only way to sometimes break them up is by breaking up the team. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Like I think I spoke about this a few weeks back as well. The tag team championships as a whole, right after WrestleMania has been a letdown, both on
Yeah,
the awesome Raw and SmackDown side. So yes, make
especially the
something
Raw
happen.
side as well.
Sorry, what is that?
The Raw championships aren't really being presented as they should,
Yeah,
in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
I think there's five, 6 teams that should be champions on both sides. So I think they should just, I don't know, just give the championships to someone else, like another team, because like Street Profits, I could
Yeah, Street Profits.
name
Yeah,
AOP.
yeah, Street Profits are very good
New
shout.
Cat Republic.
New Cats
Yeah,
New
Republic.
Cat
yeah,
Republic.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
were amazing before WrestleMania. They have been like, I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them
yeah.
fighting, right?
I think
Performing.
Pete Dunne had a dark match on this SmackDown against Dijak. So and
Oh,
then Pete Dunne won uh in a roll up. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it was a decent match. I watched it online. Pretty decent match. Sad that Dijak lost though.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, right? Newcastle Republic a very good option again for just championships. I don't know, like from this match at least we found that Grayson Waller is talking shit about Austin Theory. I think next week they have a match, right? I think Johnny versus Waller is the
yeah.
next
Yeah,
week's
yeah.
match.
Oh, I can't
Mm,
wait for that match. That match has some. I think they have history in the next. Yeah, yeah. I think so. And yeah, I
Waller
think they have
as
versus
soon as
history.
Gargano, is it?
Johnny Gargano is in some match, I'm already excited for that match. He is a great performer.
Yeah,
Let's move on. So we are talking enough about this.
yeah. So yeah. After this, then we had the Apollo Creed versus El Idolo, right? So this is again the
Andrade.
beginning of a new feud. Again, I think because Legado del Fantasma is on SmackDown, so they're trying to recruit Andrade, and then Andrade says no. And then the good thing I liked about this in the end was that Cruz actually came back and hit Angel Garza as well. It's not like Apollo
Yeah,
Cruz is just sort of shut out, right? Because I think he's good as well. Uh,
Man,
so,
I
so the
don't
beginning,
know what the hell WWE sometimes they do with some talents like Apollo Crews. He was doing so great, and I don't know what happened between and WWE and Apollo Crews. They are just boring, man. And I don't want Andrade to you know face the same thing. I want them to use Andrade. He's a great performer.
Andrade is awesome.
yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Don't
This
do
match,
what you did
this
with
this
Apollo Crews.
this match happened when Andrade actually returned and he was on Raw, and now this match is happening on SmackDown. So
You know,
Apollo Crews just needs something to do. Like
Yeah.
he maybe a new gimmick change, hopefully
I,
a good
I
rivalry.
He
I
had that
think so.
nice thing,
He's
right? Again, sorry to stop you, Shan. So there's he had that nice thing happening with that guy, right? Was that when he was IC champion? I think he had that other guy with
uh,
him, right? Sort of Nigerian,
almost no,
not
almost no.
almost. They had another kind of sort of commander, Nigerian
The
commander or
other,
someone.
oh, the
So
other
that
tall guy. That was
yes,
his like manager or something.
yeah. So that's when I think he was good, but now he is obviously not. He's kind of
Yeah,
fallen away.
maybe Giovanni Vinci versus Apollo Crews,
Yeah, exactly.
a
Yeah.
short rivalry. I wouldn't mind that, to
Nice.
be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. It's a good booking.
so. I think so. Santos Escobar versus Andrade is coming soon. I don't know. I think so. It's going to happen on SmackDown. It's going to be a short shoot, but yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, looks like Triple H is kind of pairing the luchadors all together, like
Yeah, yeah.
LW, Legado del Fantasma, Andrade. So
Lucha,
that's what's happening.
it's luchadors. It's like Japanese people, UK ones, and then American one. Like they are just separated completely,
Yeah,
and they have been presented in a different way, especially luchadors and Japanese people.
cool. So I think cool. So I think moving on from this feud, right? So we go into another sort of bloodline layer which has been building up over the last few weeks, right? Kevin Owens coming, and this was an amazing segment. Paul
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Heyman is just
definitely.
so good, man. Like he's so good
Mhm.
on the mic, right?
Paul,
So
Paul Heyman one.
he's so good. I think after this, we obviously had it was kind of setting up of the match between the Street Profits and the Bloodline as well. So we had Tangaloa
Yeah,
doing his debut as well. So what did you guys think of the segment and the match?
Yeah,
For
yes,
me,
yes. But,
yeah, Jay,
oh, sorry
continue.
to
You
interrupt,
can.
but
No, no, no problem.
like this segment was very, very good. Paul Heyman, I'm gonna give him his flowers because on in the mic, like on the mic, he is so good. Like, to be honest, there's not much to say on that, but Kevin Owens, I think when he was going back and forth, and then obviously the Bloodline coming in and the Street Profits, I think it was supposed to be Bobby Lashley instead of Kevin Owens, if I'm being honest. But I mean, I don't mean either way. And then the match happened, the brawl before the match. I think it's gonna be Solo versus Kevin Owens
Yeah,
at Clash at the Castle, and then obviously Paul Heyman's very good at facial expressions.
yeah.
But yeah, the
Unbelievable.
overall the match was good, and I'm actually excited to see what happens next with
Um,
this feud.
I'm also like excited for what happens in the bloodline. Also, the things, the little details like Kevin Owens saying that, "Are you only trying to make my life hell?" And you know about all this Solo and Roman thing. You are keeping
Yeah,
Roman aside. I
yeah.
respect Roman and all that. That thing makes this
Awesome angle
Kevin
and
Owens. Yeah, yeah. Kevin Owens was, I think so, Roman Reigns one of the first competitors after Jey Uso. I remember still he told he also again he rephrased it in this segment also, like I was hit by a golf cart. I remember that match at Royal Rumble. I think so. It was last month's standing match. It was these matches are literally, and the thing is that he's saying that I respected Usos and Roman Reigns, but I don't respect these. They are just big fools running around.
yeah. And I mean,
So
he calls these guys like they are. He builds like Polyman builds these guys and they are violent people. It's like some
yeah,
henchman thugs, whatever. Right? So Polyman is just a
yeah.
lot of
And
fun.
what thugs do? What's their best move is so bullshit that it doesn't even feel like a great move.
Yeah, yeah, he needs to change that
He
finisher
needs
because
to
I
change. He
think
needs to
his
definitely change.
finisher, where he last worked was looked like the Randy Orton RKO. I think they're trying to make everyone's finisher look different
Different.
Different.
to each other because no
No,
one wants people doing modified RKOs and all that. But yeah, needs to change that because I think just give him like a submission, like
Yeah,
a very
submission is a very good idea.
yeah, because
yeah,
like he's
submission
being presented as violent, so just give him a submission, like if you remember Via Mahan, finisher like that or something like that. So
or
yeah,
Jinder Mahal is not here right now, so yeah, he can also work on
yeah,
Khalas. Khalas
yeah,
was honestly a great finisher. When you look at that, it feels like it's a powerful finish.
That's true.
Khalas was a great finisher.
True.
yeah, I
At least
agree.
better than this face bursting bullshit. MVP, MVP had the same finisher, but he looked better than this shit. I don't know. Tommaso
Yeah,
Ciampa has some
R-Truth as
problem with
well
this.
has this finisher.
Yeah, because MVP had the same finish.
Right.
Yeah, he has to change that.
Yeah,
So I mean, let's say we want Roman chance obviously on this. So let's
yeah,
see. I think the bloodline thing just sort of moves into next gear only once he comes back. Until then, it's kind of become I wouldn't say boring, but then outside of the Paul Heyman part, right? The Solo, Tamatoga and
it,
Tangaloa, they feuded against Randy Orton. Now it
it's
feels like what next, right? So because I don't know, Randy
yeah.
Orton, is he out for a while?
Rand,
Is he going to come back? Is it a tag
Randy
team
Orton,
match
I think
again?
so. Yeah, he's going to take some few weeks off. And
Yeah,
honestly,
Yeah,
Randy Orton has nothing to do right now. Like his feud with Tamatonga and all that is completely like now on the verge to him. So Kevin Owens is going to fight them, and I don't know how many days. Let's see. I think so. Bloodline has been little bit struck up. Also, where the hell is Genius?
yeah. He's injured for I think I read online 1 to 2 months. So I hope he comes back and obviously does the Usos you know
Yeah,
reunion.
that yeah. So when Roman returns at SummerSlam or the SmackDown before, the pop is gonna be
Amazing.
so good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be so
Yeah.
excited for that moment
yeah,
because
I was thinking about that only today.
yeah,
Uh,
like when The Rock returns, Roman
yeah.
and Rhea
Jimmy Uso,
Ripley,
Jey
Seth
Uso.
Rollins,
Yeah.
all of them are injured, but when they come back, the pop would be crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what's
Uh,
the interesting thing? It's like when he lost, right? So whenever the bloodline thing was happening, it was all they were heels, but then somehow we are waiting for them to come back almost as baby faces. That's how good they have been so in so many years. Uh,
hmm.
anyway, I think so. So moving on from the bloodline, right? So I think we go on to the sort of tag team match based on the first segment on SmackDown, Naomi versus Bailey. Naomi losing this match. Naomi keeps losing. I don't know why, but she keeps losing. Maybe this is a small push for Piper as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, they are
Before the,
definitely presenting
the
her
pay-per-view.
yeah,
very destructive when because like if they just had Naomi and Bailey win, then Piper would just look weak. But I think they have to present Piper like a worthy challenger.
yeah,
Like she's actually gonna beat
yeah.
Bailey, which she isn't. But
Which is it? I mean, and the other thing I want to talk about also is Bailey's women's championship reign has been not. It's slowly kind of gone away. I don't know. I wish there was more involvement with Tiffany Stratton, so that would have been more
oh yeah,
exciting. You know?
I, I don't know where Tiffany is.
Yeah.
Tiffany
So
is, I don't know where she is.
She,
yeah,
she isn't injured, thank God. But I don't know where she is. Maybe taking a few weeks off somewhere. I don't know.
yeah. Cool. So I think let's see what happens to the women's championship. I think then we went to the last segment of SmackDown
The segment
with
was
with the
unreal.
teaser that AJ is gonna go and retire, which was also being teased over the last few weeks.
And honorable mention to Mark Henry.
Oh,
He did
Mark
this
Henry.
with
I
pink
saw that
suit.
all over social media.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Oh my God, this is
I,
like
I,
what
I
Mark
I have
Henry did,
seen I have
teasing
seen that
retirement."
segment. Yeah, I've seen that
Yeah,
segment. It was like he was in a pink suit mark, and he was like, "I'm going to retire" and all that stuff. He just dragged over, and in the uh, uh, he just killed almost John Cena. All the stretcher things came, and then John Cena was rushed to the hospital. That was true. So that was pretty
yeah.
great statement. And when he was doing the all too sweet and all that stuff, no, I was like, oh man, this is serious or what? His age is going to die, and he's too like why he's going to do it right now?
I mean, it did feel like that. I mean, because
Yeah,
it wasn't so obvious that. I mean, we
that
knew that Cody didn't have another
yeah,
opponent, but
that
then it
Yeah,
wasn't
like
so
like this
obvious.
segment, like I kind of knew he was baiting
Yeah,
everyone, if you want to call it that. When like he was talking about I can't remember what he was talking about, but at that moment I was like, yeah, he is definitely not retiring because why would you want to retire when you have a potential championship opportunity? He could challenge for any title, and I wouldn't even mind. But yeah,
no,
so
then
in my mind, what was going on was that I was thinking, okay, maybe there's a Randy Cody feud gonna start or something like that. Because last few after AJ lost, I wouldn't think that because AJ versus Cody wasn't that great as a feud, but as a match it was awesome. But as a feud, it wasn't
yeah,
great. Now it feels better, obviously, with time and with this heelish turn from AJ. But I mean, yeah, I wasn't sure that he's gonna retire, but I didn't realize that he's gonna after Cody came into the ring, obviously I know, okay, fine, he's going to just beat him and
yeah,
do that.
because
But not before
you're
that.
you're the person that you hate so much, you're just gonna
yeah,
bring them to the
and
ring and
Yeah,
when Cody raised his hand that time only I got to know that Cody is dead. Okay. Also, one more thing after this, I think so AJ or Style clashed him, from the steel steps.
yeah,
That was great.
mm,
it's a nice
And
spot.
Luke Andrews and Anderson, they
Carl
both
Anderson.
were strong. Yeah, They both were stopping all the security guards and all that people, and AJ was taking care of Cody Rhodes. That was great. It was a great segment. I think so. It rebuilt AJ in some way, and AJ
Yeah.
told in one interview
So,
that he wants to take this heel run to next level, and he's doing that. Honestly, he's working on it.
That is true.
Also, yeah. Also, one more thing that's very important is that yeah, LA Knight backstage segment about Logan
oh
Paul.
yeah,
That
yes.
I told
Finally,
you.
we get LA Knight versus Logan
Yeah,
Paul.
I
Uh,
told you, man. I told you 2 to 3 months before only that LA Knights is going to win the United States
yeah.
Championship.
Back when we did the WrestleMania
Yeah, yeah.
40 podcast, we said, look, LA Knight needs a championship. You know, this feud of AJ Styles is okay at the best, but now we are actually getting it. But Logan Paul just needs to be there because the feud has been going since Money in the Bank, to be honest,
I
when
mean,
they
we
were exchanging words and all that. So I think Logan Paul needs to be present more so he can elevate the storyline. Obviously, LA Knight's gonna win, but
I
you
think
know,
so.
should have
You
happened
know, it,
quicker, right? I mean, it's. I mean, the fact that we spoke about this so long back, it's been too long for LA Knight to get a championship anyway. You know,
mm,
he should have had a
yeah,
uh,
championship by now.
for me,
had
I think
many
so.
opportunities to win it, but
Yeah,
Vince McMahon, man,
Yeah.
that guy
and
is just
trash. But
on a different level, man.
yeah, honestly, but the thing is that I think so. It's going to go in that way that LA Knight is going to attack Logan Paul in his house, and from there it's going to go, in a
Okay.
greater
Yeah.
greater things.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
that is a great way, to go. I want that championship, and you need to be here. If you're not going to be here, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to take your house. That's.
Or LA Knight goes on Logan Paul's podcast and
Uh,
attacks him or something like that.
I don't think so. That's going to
No, I
happen.
mean,
If
from
if
my
the
point of view, even if they just do a regular sort of in-ring promo and stuff, it'll still be great because I think Logan's become a good heel. Just that the fact that we want the championship to go off him as soon as possible shows he's a good heel. But it's just disappointing that he's not been in the ring that much. That's the only sort of
Yeah.
I can't blame him. He's not that athletic. He's athletic. He's not that to perform. In every week or every month also.
Yeah, Cody said it
It's
very
not that.
nicely, right? You can do flips, whoop de
Yeah,
do, right? That's what it is.
yeah.
You can do the flips. That's it. Can't, he doesn't have that
And
power game, I suppose.
yeah, yeah. But and also that brass knuckle things. If I get that brass knuckle, I'm going to throw that brass knuckle so hard because that brass knuckle thing is going on for so long, and I don't want it. I
I
don't
mean, it
want it.
works with his character,
It works
like
with his
with
character.
MJF on
But
in AEW. It works with
there,
his character, but
but there's a limit.
I don't want it.
There's a limit, and it's going on for like 8 to 9 months.
Yeah, yeah,
It's almost at this worst, like, now it should be in the point. It's not going to work more, and it just looks like a dumb gimmick to me. I think so. Logan Paul is enough that he can have a great finisher rather than just a punch.
yeah. But like obviously as a boxer, so his punch is gonna look more
I,
devastating
I,
than the average wrestler.
I think so. Frog Splash could be a great finisher for him, but no more Blast Knuckle for me. I'm going to shove Blast Knuckle in his ass really fast.
I think
I don't
Brass
want.
Knuckles like develop rivalries, in my opinion.
Of
Like,
course, of course, it was great. That Kevin Owens botched Royal Rumble, I think so, right? That
yeah,
he got caught with brass knuckles and he got eliminated due to that. That was fun, but 8 months and 9 months is a long time. And if you're carrying that same gimmick, then it's just getting boring.
I mean, any
yeah.
other things from Raw and SmackDown this week? I think that's a wrap up, right, of this week's
Uh,
That
Raw and
that's
SmackDown.
about
so
it.
one more thing. When LA Knight was doing this backstage segment, Carmelo Hayes came in and
Yeah.
LA Knight actually like I think Carmelo Hayes said LA Knight is gonna beat LA Knight and then
Yeah, you
and then
messed up
LA
there,
Knight
right? Elena is
took
gonna beat
yeah
Elena.
took the
Yeah,
piss out of him and said what I'm gonna beat myself or something like that. Yeah,
yeah. That
very
was good.
funny
Yeah.
segment. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and tell us what you thought of this. So see you later, guys. Bye.